Hi guys, so today we are going to go ahead and harvest our red Lesotho potatoes. It's a little earlier than I was expecting, but they died back, so we're ready to go. I have already harvested the potatoes from the raised bed, which I'll share those results with you after we harvest the 4 grow bags. We want to see if indeterminate versus determinate potatoes grow differently. So we've done them 2 different ways, and we're going to see if it actually made any difference, and then how much harvest we got from the red Lesotho. I've not grown these before, so I'm not sure what to expect. Anyway, I'd like to welcome you to my backyard Kentucky homestead. My name is Kim, and let's get started. So what we have here are 2 short bags and 2 taller bags, and more traditional potato bags. So what I want to see with the red Lesotho, and again, this is the season may be a little shorter, but we've died back. But I want to see if the shorter bags grew any different than the ones I held up. So we're going to go ahead and just pull them. So what I had was, to start, was 4 pounds of red Lesotho potatoes. I did 1 pound per set of bags, so 1 pound here, 1 pound there, and then I put 1.5 pounds of 2 raised beds. So let's see what we've got. I do have potatoes right below. That's not red Lesotho. Actually, maybe that is. That might be a potato. So I do have Yukon Gold and Red Norland potatoes in the bed below this, which we will be harvesting afterward. Yep. So there's potato. Now, we haven't had rain for the last week, so these are much drier than when I harvested the garlic about a week ago. That might make it a little easier, get all the extra junk out of the way. I'm going to leave the rest of that soil there because I've actually started uncovering a Yukon Gold right there. So that's out of the first bag. So I think I had 3 or 4 potatoes that I put into it. So, I've not grown red Lesotho, so I've not got anything to compare that to. But that's 1 bag. This bag definitely did better than the first one. That one wasn't nearly as bad. That was a lot better than the first one. So that's the first small short bag. That's the second short bag. That's a pretty good size difference. And they were planted exactly the same way and had the same amount of water and sun. So these are the 2 bags. Oh wow, there's another one. No wonder I can't find my tools. So what I want to see with these 2 bags, this one and the one that I just set on the ground, is if they formed any tubers up here or if they're all at the bottom where the original mother plant was, or mother tubers. There's one. It's a little higher. Do not mix them up with the red Lesotho. With the red Norland. So yeah, I'm not seeing any potatoes up here in the upper area where I hilled it up. It's just empty. The other thing that I wanted to see with this was if the taller bag made any difference with what is considered a long season or indeterminate potato versus the shorter bags, because with the potatoes I've grown in the past years, seemed to be better. The more space you had horizontally, the better harvest. And these are narrower, so I wanted to see if that made a difference. We're almost to the bottom. Wow. I don't know. Definitely more potatoes. And this was 1 pound split between 2 bags. Because I had bought a 5-pound bag of potatoes from Menards, but when I measured it, when I weighed it, it was actually only 4 pounds. I'm guessing just from dehydration. Okay, so bag 1 is, the first bag we did is definitely the smallest. The second bag was bigger. This is maybe slightly bigger. We'll see when we weigh it out. I will be disposing of the green of the potato leaves. I will not be composting that. So I didn't see any difference in this on the top of this one where it was hilled up either. So I don't think that's necessary, other than to keep the potatoes from turning green. At least from this experiment, which was not a huge control, so take it as you will. I think that's a red Norland. I think that's a different one. I got a red Norland here too. We're gonna dig those up next. Look at that, woohoo. All right, that's good. All right, so I get these weighed up and we'll see what we've got. All right, let's see what we've got. See if this will work. Okay, so bag number 4. Okay, we got 1 pound, 10 ounces of potatoes, and we planted a half a pound. So bag number 4 was 1 pound, 10 ounces, and we planted 8 ounces. So about just a little, about maybe three times what we planted. I will weigh these again inside to make sure that the measurements are accurate. And if it does change, I will put the number on the screen. Birds got their food, they're happy. All right, bag number 2. So the first of the tall bags that we did, 3 pounds, 13 ounces. So that one by far is the winner and the best one at that. So that was a half a pound of planted potatoes, 3 pounds, 13 ounces. Okay, so bag number 2 of the shorter bags, 3 pounds, 4 ounces. So I've got mixed results. One of the short bags did really well, one of the tall bags did really well, and just vice versa. One of them did not well, and one of the others didn't do well. So, okay, so the first bag was 1 pound. So it's really... So from the grow bags, we got about 8.5 pounds of potatoes, which I planted 2 pounds. So 9 pounds from the grow bags. We ended up with 12 pounds from the raised beds, which had 2 pounds of potatoes. All right, so I think we planted 4 pounds of potatoes. We ended up with about 20. I will put a final tally on the screen. Once I go inside, I'll reweigh everything and just make sure it's accurate and use a calculator. But anyway, a little disappointing, but 20 pounds of potatoes, you can't sneeze at that. I'm going to go ahead and harvest the Yukon Gold and the Red Norland now, so stay tuned for that video. And in the meantime, check out this gardening video, and I wish you a wonderful, happy gardening. Have a great day, and bye.